with this, let's welcome our speaker one, Daphne Tan. She's attempting High Performance Leadership Project 1, and she is going to be evaluated by Distinguished Toastmaster Alicia Curtis, present Division A Director of District 49, also past PR Manager and past Admin Manager of District 70. Over to you, Alicia. Over to you, Daphne. In and out of the box, Daphne Tan.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Good evening, President Patricia. A couple of days ago, I received a text message from someone who told me he wants to deliver a speech. And to my surprise, the speech is the final speech of his path, a presentation mastery path in Toastmaster Pathway Education. Is that the full stop? No. He further shared with me, it will be his final path in the pathways. Well, what should I do? Of course, I congratulate him. And he told me he wanted it to be presented in somewhere. So he threw the problem to me of finding him a place, a club to present. And I was like, I suddenly have to turn around for a club. So where should I actually help him to look? District 51 or District 102? Because I am involved. After thinking much, I was thinking, where should I? Then it occurs to me, why not make use of his final project speech in finishing the pathway education as something that can actually inspire members to go for triple crown, complete their level completion, or even go further and complete more paths, which I believe many presidents and VPE will definitely love it, because when members are completing their path, their level completion, etc., it produces DCP point. So I was thinking, yeah, make it somewhere, in somewhere. So I was having this problem. Then it occurs to me, I just brought it up to someone, just a common conversation. Then suddenly, that someone threw me the responsibility. You OC lah, means to say you become the OC, and that stands for organizing chair. And I was like, me? Why suddenly the club is not planning an event yet? They are going to have a regular meeting. Suddenly I got the task of organizing chair. The good news is I took it seriously, organizing chair, only to learn it later. It actually means Toastmaster of the evening. So it was something that I interpreted it like so formal organizing an event. So what I did is I further discussed how it should be. No, I was like discussing what should I do. But unfortunately, as the one who gave me the task, both of them let me have a free hand. Therefore, yesterday, as I was having conversation separately with both of them, I decided, why not? I do it this way. And what is the way where I share with you later on? And I presented my proposal and it was accepted. And therefore, I was or I should say, I am now in the planning of having that event. And what event is it? It is something that is uncommon because number one, we don't have a pathways finisher every month, at least not in the region, within the region or district specific. And to make it something that is more challenging, I want to add some other event within that meeting. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be sharing on the taking the advantage of it to make it a sharing. So what I did is I proposed an open house so that fellow members, prospective members get invited to attend the open house where the speaker or the person who is finishing the 11th path will be presenting. And I have also yesterday arranged 2 evaluators for him. And as I work on my project in my mind, I thought since it's an open house, I definitely have to have something called demo meeting. And I am planning to have 3 table topic speakers as well. I mean, it will be from the floor. That means I'll open it to have table topic session so that I make it a full demo meeting for the first part. And for the second part, I'm planning because our fellow friend is completing his 11th path. Why not? After his sharing, let's have a chat. And I plan to make it a panel of discussion with myself as the moderator. And I am planning to invite the other 11 path finishers to be my panelists as well, so that I take this opportunity to share with the other Toastmaster out there. If you have your juniors Toastmaster or you have prospective Toastmaster, come on 12th of April and I shall have this session details shared with all of you later on. 12th of April is a Friday. The details I will review later on. And for that, I'll keep it something sealed and think about the further details because everything was conceived just yesterday. And with that, I'm in for the HPL project, making it as HPL project. All happens just yesterday. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing with us. What a brilliant idea to also do a HPL project, high performance leadership. So let's give our Daphne a big round of applause. And in the meantime, our timer is continuing to time the time. And after 30 seconds, DTM Alicia would be offering Daphne her evaluation. So I guess Alicia is ready always. She's always on the spot. So Patsy, give us 30 seconds. I think now it's only left with 25 seconds. Go ahead and type your comment to Daphne so that she can really excel in her HPL project. This is only the first speech, so we are excited for her and certainly looking forward to her results later on. Okay. Okay, great. The time is up now. We shall invite DTM Alicia Curtis to offer your evaluation to them. Go ahead, Alicia.
Thank you very much, Sister Pat, and welcome to everyone. Now, the High Performance Leadership Project is in 3 of our paths in Toastmasters: Innovative Planning, Persuasive Influence, and Effective Coaching. I've done all 3 paths. I've done this project multiple times. I've got 4 DTMs. So I feel I am probably highly qualified to talk about this particular speech and also this particular project, because this requires project management, and this is what it's all about. So the purpose of this project is for Daphne to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. and I am going to touch very heavily on this one. The purpose of the first speech for the member to introduce his or her plan and vision. Now, these are the things I did like, and I'm going to give quite a lot of constructive feedback to Daphne because I feel that this project was really rushed today. So firstly, I do like the fact that we do have a project plan. We have an event that's going to be recognising our members. Now, the most important thing when we're doing in Toastmasters is recognition, recognition, and recognition. If we're not recognising our members, we're failing to deliver in our delivery for our members. So the takeaway I got from this is it's a Pathways Planner open house meeting. There's going to be a panel discussion. There's going to be table topics. I want to know more about the meat of this speech, of this particular project. I want to know more about this particular open house meeting. And it's going to be recognising the members who have achieved pathways and who have completed DTM. Okay, big ticks because it's recognising our members. Now, when it comes to the constructive feedback that I'm going to offer Daphne, now this is not being harsh, but this is being realistic in regards to this project. It took almost 2 minutes and 36 seconds to get to the point of what Daphne was going to do. In this particular speech, I want to know the we, the us, and the our. You have to speak in the second and the third person. Toastmasters, especially in the High Performance Leadership Project, is about a committee, the guidance committee that's going to guide you. It's about project management. The guidance committee actually leads you. You don't lead it. So there was so much, 80% of the speech was I, not we, us, or our. So it's really important in this particular project, and having done this about 30 times, you have to speak about your guidance committee and the help of the team. So it's really important about that. You have to introduce your vision and your plan. I don't know exactly what the vision and the plan was. It was only planned yesterday. So I would say my suggestion for Daphne, come back maybe in a week's time once you've sat down, worked out what your vision is, worked out what your plan is, come back and deliver this speech at another club so that we've actually got concrete answer of what it is you're going to have with your outcome, what it is, who is going to be your team, because we need to know who it is that's going to be supporting you. They're the ones that are going to be guiding you to that next level to help you achieve your DTM and to achieve your HPL. Remember, it's us, we and now. There's no I in team. It's us together to achieve that greatness. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much to our Alicia for giving a very constructive feedback and certainly evaluation to Daphne. We shall add the spotlight now, so may I invite Patsy to quickly take the photo if you are able to, and we will have Lucky as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, Matt, I'm going to count down 3, 2. Okay, 1. Great, thank you.
Fantastic. Now we would like to get ready the second pair, who is none other than Falik and also Jason. So let's have Falik to quickly do a sound check, and Jason, I know you are ready to evaluate Falik as well. So with this, I shall also remove the spotlight on Daphne and spotlight. Okay, Falik, would you like to unmute and test your mic?
Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Absolutely. Falik, are you ready?
Yes.
No choice. Falik is attempting level 2 project introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. Her speech title, Eagle's Eyes, Eagle's Eyes. Falik Adiba, take it away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when I say eagle's eyes, what comes to your mind? For me, I remember this one movie that I watched many, many years ago. It's about the camera everywhere. You can see there's surveillance camera. You can see everyone's movement through the traffic light camera, to the security camera, to everywhere, even on this camera. So you are monitored. Now, how scary that is. Now, let's come back to reality. Why I said eagle eye. Now, how can this word eagle eye, eagle's eyes, match with mentoring? Is it mentoring or monitoring? Now ask yourself, who are you as a mentor? So now I'm going to tell you who am I as a mentor and what I wish to be a better mentor. When I say eagle's eye, it seems like as a mentor, I have to look everything, every angle and every aspect of my mentees. I give an example. I am a lecturer and I have project to supervise. Last year, I have to supervise 6 projects for the undergraduate final year projects. So they have to complete a full-on project starting from the proposal write up until the submission of the thesis. So they have to go to the lab and do their work. So how can I, sorry for the disturbance. How can I monitor this 6 projects successfully? It will require extra time outside from my normal working time of teaching and also all other management in my workplace. So what I did was I did all I can. I asked them to come together. Each and every one, I explained what their project was, and then I give them a set of things that they need to do. And then I let them be. Go and do your work. If you encounter any problem, come back and discuss with me. Out of the 6, only 3 that were consistently come and discuss with me, come and discuss. The other 2, sometimes they came and then they stopped me wherever I was. They met me in the lab and they say, I have things to discuss with you. And they come and we discuss things and then they get their project going. The other one, MIA, missing in action. So what should I do? These are people that I am managing, but I cannot micromanaging them. I cannot use my eagle eye to just micromanaging and call everyone every single time. Every day I need to call them and ask them what they are doing. So all I can do is once in a while, I ask them how they are doing, what's their problem that they are facing, and how can we settle that problem. So those 3, the first 3 I said was excellent. They were really excellent. The project was successfully done. The other 2 has a little bit hiccup, so the result was not that good, but it's all right. And the last one was so-so. Fortunately, I managed to push everyone so that everyone get an A, at least an A. So I had 1 A minus, 3 A's, and 2 A plus. So all is well. So I guess for me as a mentor, it was a success. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I want myself that time was I don't want to micromanage my team. I always tell them they are my students, but I treat them not as a student per se, like you are very young, I'm a teacher, you have to listen to me. No, I don't do that. I said we were a team. We are a team. We are working on this project together. There are things that I don't know, so you have to go and read. I also have to go back and read, and we will come back together and discuss. So I give them the sense of autonomy on that project. Because from my past experience with my previous supervisors that I have met throughout my studies life, there are some that will just at 2 a.m. in the morning call you and ask about the result that you have achieved today for the experiment. Sometimes at inappropriate time, they will come and say, you have to do this, this, and this. And these are the things that I don't want to be. And I'm going to tell you how I feel. I felt demotivated. I feel so down. I feel like suffocated. And I don't want that to my students. So ladies and gentlemen, we as a mentor, or I as a mentor, I would like to share my experience, because through my experience, the students will learn. And also from Toastmasters, I learned that we have to always share wisdom and also constructive feedback. And thirdly, I think that I learned from Toastmasters that I applied to my students was empower my mentees and cultivating them with essential skills. In Toastmaster, we learn how to give good speech. But in those projects, I asked them to go to classes. There are special classes like for statistical classes or any instrumentation classes. I asked them to enroll. Did I go and ask them, did you enroll? How did you learn? No, I don't do that because I give them the sense of autonomy. They are an adult and I treat them as an adult. So, ladies and gentlemen, we embodies the spirit of the eagle's eye, which is we offers guidance, insight, and inspiration. We look up on the sky, look around and see where are the loophole, but we don't go down and micromanage. And that is how I want to be that is how mentoring for me. Use the eagle eye as the wisdom, as the inspirational and guide my mentees, but not eagle eye as in going to each and everyone and micromanage everybody. So who are you as a mentor? Back to you.
Wow, what an interesting perspective on mentoring. I certainly learned something from you. So let's give Falik 30 seconds. Kindly feel free to offer her your comments while Jason's getting ready to offer his evaluation to Falik. So the next speaker would be Sukwa. I know you are ready already to evaluate. Sukwa would be Sanjay Kumar, all the way from Division S, presently the champion for evaluation contest. And we're so honored to have you, Sanjay. All right, I bet another 10 seconds to go. So whenever you're ready, Jason, feel free to unmute yourself and deliver your evaluation to Falik. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Toastmaster Falik, the eagle eye, big picture mentor. That is also an educator that is supervising 6, I believe, postgraduate students in your university. It resonates with me. I was paying attention because I also hoped to pursue my PhD studies in a few months' time. So I was paying attention. There are 3 good things that I like about your delivery today. Number 1 is your ability to engage the audience, the online audience. You have a very good sense of where the camera is, and you play up to that sense. What this plays up to you as an advantage is that I feel you were talking to me. I believe the other audience members did feel the same. Second thing that I like about your ability is the use of your hands. Within a small frame, you were very conscious where your hands, whether they were visible or not visible. One example of good use, I told them they have to go back to read. I also have to go to read something myself to learn myself. And then we come back, congregate, and discuss. So good use of hand gestures that create vivid imagery for certain scenes in your story. And the third thing that I like personally is your pacing. I feel that you were not too fast like a Formula 1 driver, and you spoke at a pace that were pretty much conversational. So I could relate. And I believe this is important, especially in online speaking, so that the audience doesn't get distracted by other things in their room or behind them. So 3 good things you did well. 2 things that I would like to recommend you to look into for your future speeches. First things first is the purpose of this speech. One of the main purpose is for the member, you, to share how Toastmasters International envision mentoring. You shared about your perspective and your take of it. Personally, I would encourage you to go back to become the more studious Toastmaster. Look into the purpose of this project and deliver the project according to the purpose. As an educator, I think the objectives of the research are also very important. Same goes to self-paced education in Toastmasters. Purpose of each project is important. Second area to look into, I find that your opening was a bit too much, too soon. You posed 2 questions. When I say eagle eye, what comes to your mind? That's first question. Another question within the first 30 seconds. Is it mentoring or monitoring? And maybe there was a third question. I couldn't catch up with you. I feel that the opening should only be confined to 1 question If you want to have a question, perhaps when I said mentoring, what comes to your mind? Let the audience time to digest, process, and follow you together in your journey of storytelling. So those are the two things that I would recommend you to look into in your future speeches. Overall, good engagement, especially with eye contact, good use of hand gestures to illustrate certain key points, good pace overall. Look into the purpose of each project speech from now on, and also keep your opening to be as simple as you can, because less is more, and more means audience get back what you want them to get. Overall, I hope this short evaluation will give you extra wings or wider span of wings, just like eagle, to continue flying high and soar, and still continue to be the very, very good eagle eye mentor yourself. Back to you, Patricia.
Thank you, Jason. Now we shall take a quick photo. So big smile from Jason and of course Falik. And Sanduni is helping us to take the photo. Sanduni, on your count. 3.
Yeah, okay, Falik and Jason. 3, 2, 1.
Fantastic. Now we shall ask our speaker number 3, Safar, to get ready. I know she's ready already. So she's attempting a speech, and it's all about AI, and her evaluator is Sanjay Kumar. So let's welcome Safar with a speech title, AI and the Future of Work. AI and the Future of Work. Safar.
Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a world where your morning is optimized by a smart assistant that knows exactly what you need before you open your eyes. How does that make you feel? Maybe you can unmute yourself to share with me, or just type in a chat box. How would you feel? Falik said, great. I believe that's referring to the timing. How about the rest?
I feel very cool.
Like a king. Okay. Any other comments? How would you feel if there's someone who will understand you better than you do? I believe some of us will feel excited, or maybe intrigued, or a little apprehensive. I'm not sure. According to Andrew Ng, the co-founder of Google Brain and also Coursera, he said, artificial intelligence is the new electricity. So why did AI actually needs to go for therapy? Do you know why? Because it has too many neural networks. Today, I want to take you on a journey to this world of artificial intelligence and its profound impact. It has impacted you unknowingly. Perhaps you are not aware of that. So first and foremost, what is artificial intelligence, or I call it AI in this speech? At its core, AI refers to machines or computer systems that can perform tasks that would typically require human intelligence. But of course, these tasks can range from very simple calculations until very complex problem solving, and also even creative endeavors. Have you ever stopped to think about how this AI technology is already shaping your life? So for example, maybe I can give you some of the examples that you may not be aware of. For example, personalized recommendations on your favorite streaming platform, like Netflix. You don't even need to browse for certain content, but as you watch different kinds of content, it will suggest content that you may like based on your responses. Besides that, predictive text on your smartphone that requires you to don't really need to type out the whole word. It's also a kind of AI. And of course, the virtual personal assistant on your smartphone. I usually set my alarm clock by asking, hey, Google, can you set an alarm at 8 a.m., please? So that is for an example how virtual assistant can make your life. Set for tomorrow at 8 a.m. Okay, the Hey Google actually responded. Thank you very much.
Okay. So do you think AI will actually transform your job or even the jobs of your children, grandchildren in future? Definitely, because one of the most significant impacts of AI on the future of work is actually automation. Automation means the machine will perform tasks that previously carried out by humans. For example, the assembly lines in the factory where robots now are being there to handle repetitive tasks for precision and also efficiency. Just like General Motors, if you know, this is a huge company, they actually lay off staff or employees because all these repetitive tasks is now replaced by the robotics. So they don't really need human intervention anymore. So you might be wondering, will AI totally replace all human jobs? In your opinion, yes or no? You can type in the chat box. Will it replace our job as human? Maybe you can type yes or no in the chat box. Suvin say no. All right. Daphne say depends. Yes. Yanika say yes. Okay. The answer is actually no. While it's true that some of these jobs become obsolete due to automation, but actually AI creates a lot of job opportunities that maybe 10 years ago, we have not seen this kind of new jobs. So for example, AI can actually augment the human capabilities in fields like the healthcare, education, and even finance. Why is there e-wallet? Or we don't even need to use physical money to buy things nowadays. It's all because of AI. It makes financial transactions much easier. It can also help doctors to diagnose diseases and keep records the patients in a more systematic manner, help financial analysts to make better investment decisions, and of course, to personalize learning experience for students based on their preference and personality. This is actually indeed very powerful. It just depends on how you actually use it and see it. Now, let me share with you. This may sound a bit daunting, but the transition definitely will have a lot of challenges when we want to learn this kind of new technology. As it continues to advance, what I would like to urge every one of you here, especially for us in Toastmasters, the skills that we learn in Toastmasters is indeed very invaluable. Why? Because these skills, for example, communication, leadership, how we want to manage our time, and expressing ourselves, emotional intelligence in dealing with people, these skills are not replaceable by artificial intelligence. It's about how we human can collaborate with technology better in order to unlock new possibilities and also even solve very complex problems. And this highlights the importance of lifelong learning, ladies and gentlemen, and adaptability in this kind of timing. The workforce in future definitely requires this kind of skill sets. And therefore, I think for me, as a Toastmasters for the past 10 years, it's inevitable that we remain supportive together in this network, supporting each other so that we can embrace the future with unlimited possibilities. Because today we have AI, in another next few years, I'm not sure what kind of AI we will have. So the future is not set in any stone, but it's ours to shape and mold. So let us just approach AI with curiosity, empathy, and a commitment to include everyone. Thank you. Back to you, Pat.
Hey, I am with you. I'll give you a high 10 support. And I want to be a lifetime Toastmasters because this is the best place for us to learn and keep up with the world. With this, I know our evaluator Sanjay can't wait to evaluate support. So we have 30 seconds certainly for the audience to give you feedback while we get Sanjay to get ready your evaluation. Great, looks like Sanjay is ready already. So we will cut short the commenting time. And over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you, Patricia. Hi, Sukwa. I'm glad I'm talking to a human and not someone not a humanoid developed by AI. And it so happened that this morning itself, I actually tried out my first AI software and I created a video plus text to speech and everything. So it was a fantastic use. And right now I'm now evaluating you on AI. Okay. It was very good the way you started off and you asked everybody, can you imagine what would a smart assistant do and all that? Plus, you gave very good examples of how today AI is getting used so they could understand what AI is already doing to them by Netflix and Google Assistant example. And not only the Google Assistant at your end woke up, even on my phone, it woke up and started almost put the alarm at 8 o'clock. Okay, so that was very good example. And I also like because on the way you at least twice you ask questions to the audience because this was all about connecting with audience who come from different backgrounds. So you would have to ask questions to get them engaged and all that. Now, what I would do a bit differently to make this even better, first, in terms of the flow, you went and straight spoke and used the abbreviation AI. Only after that, you define it means artificial intelligence. So you could have maybe avoided, but you could have spoken on the current impact it's already having to our life. And then why? Because it's called artificial intelligence. And what is artificial intelligence? The second thing is what I would do is give them even a bigger shock rather than telling them about smart assistants or that which people are already aware. So if you take the latest news, for example, the CEO of Media, which is the biggest maker of AI chips, and today is the third largest company in the world, he said that in future, you don't need computer science students because you can just use a layman's language to get programming or software getting created. And AI can even transfer. One AI learns, it can transfer from one AI to another AI. So something that really shocks, and in everyday life, how would it impact everyone? Because you have a diversified audience and all that. And thirdly, when you spoke about Toastmasters and all that, I was actually waiting for you to connect the AI that Toastmasters uses, Udly. How does it impact? You can use it, but it will not replace the human. So that if you could have connected that, then I think everyone here, because everyone is a Toastmaster, even though they come from different backgrounds, it would have helped to even engage them and to know that, oh, this is how it can work. So very well done. Good examples, good startup. You got everyone engaged through questions and all that. If you can just correct a bit of the flow to define AI first before you speak about AI, plus shock the audience from the very beginning itself so that they want to hear your entire speech, and connect us even when you speak about Toastmasters with Udly and the actual current usage. Well done. Thank you very much for your speech.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big round of applause to our third pair support and Sanjay. And our camera queen, get ready, Sanduni, on your count.
Sukran Sanjay, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you.
Fantastic, thank you. Now I see our pair 4, Lai, Gokuk, and of course, Tan Wei Ting are ready. Lai, whenever you're ready, feel free to unmute yourself. Lai is attempting an evaluation and feedback speech number 1, presentation mastery, speech title E11. E11, Lai Gokuk.
The title 11, what can you think of it? The most simple things we first think of 7-Eleven or any the reference number that relate to you. But think it in more closer way. Toastmasters. It represents the 11 pathway in Toastmasters. Do you know when was it being discussed and what is the first name before it was being introduced? On 2010, it was being called Revitalized Education Program, and official launch on 2017 into called Pathway with 10 pathway program introduced. 2019, another was added, which was engaging humor pathway. So my fellow Toastmaster and friends here, what is the first pathway you have chosen during your start of the pathway journey? Put in the chat box, let us know. We want to know your story later on. And to think of what is the purpose of launching of this pathway by Toastmaster International. Do you know of it? Two simple things actually. To create a real scenario of communication through Toastmaster program, and along the way align with the powerful leadership program that was offered by Toastmaster International. Do you remember what's the motto of Toastmaster International? Where leaders are met. Through that, it offers members to learn, to come into Toastmaster, to learn, develop what skill they want, to provide the best experience they want. I first joined Toastmaster in 2019, started with innovative planning in my learning journey. I thought it was a walk in the park, just deliver a speech through the pathway. Who knows, when I reached the level 4, level 5, I had to do a project to complete my pathway. I was like, my God, what should I do? Yet, through the learning and guidance, I have did something that for my division at that time, the first ever podcast workshop for the division, with the help of my friend who was in this meeting today, Ilios Theophilus. We make it, and his name, my name, suddenly booms. Podcast. That was my journey. I move on to dynamic leadership, and now working on my 11 pathway presentation mastery. Because of one thing, I try to avoid it. The level 5, prepare to speak professionally, which I need to speak 18 to 22 minutes. And I know if I avoid it, I won't able to achieve what I want to finishing it. In every pathway journey, thereof, what you learn, what you achieve is important. My pathway learning journey now is along the way, I plan some of my mentees and my area directors during my term for them to achieve the TTM. Do you know how many I plan for them? How many I achieve? 2 have achieved, 1 still on the way, halfway through. And myself, 1 here and 1 coming on the way. So for me, 1 year, 5 DTM, 2 for myself. I have to think of what do I still want to achieve through this pathway learning journey. And of course, there's 1 thing, 2 more things actually, is to achieve each triple crown for 1 pathway. That's one of my goal. And 1 more, to go on to be in the district contest, which I'm still planning to do it. Now, that's in Toastmaster, all the story. Yet, what we learn in Toastmaster, we must try to apply it outside of Toastmaster. What have we learned here? Apply it outside. In those learning journey, at the wrong time, I have formed a team, which is on the east side of Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, which is Sandakan there. I built a team of coaches that provide training for the coaches around Sandakan and Tawau area, as they have no resource. I built a team, provide my resource, train them to be the trainer, what information, courses they need. And along the way, the biggest power of Toastmaster is the networking. I successfully built my training career as well into Indonesia. 3 states. Those are the things that you must do in Toastmaster. What you learn in the club, you apply it outside of Toastmaster to enhance your journey. If you didn't apply it, it will be just on the spot. You'll be just learning all day long. Learning and apply is important through your journey. My Toastmaster journey is just started 1 step again, another time. And I feel there's more to learn through the journey with the friends all along here. So my friends in Toastmaster journey, what's your pathway story? What have you learned in the club? And most important, have you applied it outside of the club, on the society? If you have, share the story with us. As we know, your story may inspire us to improve better, and who knows, take a chance to work together. So share your story with us. Back to you, Patricia.
Wow, thank you, Lai. I certainly feel like giving you not only high five, high 10, high 20 as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know our DTM Leiting is preparing our evaluation. So I do invite you to go ahead and give Kok some feedback because certainly he worked very hard. Okay, I've seen it and I'm so happy to have him as a top member. Great. Looks like Leiting, whenever you're ready, feel free to unmute yourself. Yeah, there you go, Leiting. Take it away.
Distinguished Toastmaster Lai, I want to thank you for sharing with us a very informative as well as inspiring speech in the theme of Toastmasters Pathways. The topic that you have chosen, 11, really has created a lot of curiosity. When I look at the topic, as you rightly said, I was thinking of 7-Eleven, and very cleverly, actually, that is the way for you to create a hook for us to go into the very important topic of Toastmaster Pathways. Your speech has created a very positive impact on me, and here are the reasons. Number one, the topic that you have chosen is closely related to all of us here. We can relate to it, and the way you have put it is very encouraging. Give us the hope that we have rooms for improvement. There are many things that we can do. Number two, in your closing, you have given us suggestions, encouraging members to share our stories, because that is something that not many of us are doing. We progress, but we may be keeping it to ourselves. So that was a good suggestion. The second thing is, I like how you share your own experience, the hardship, the challenges, and not only is yours, but also how you have influenced and helped others. In doing so, I find that you tried very best to engage the audience by asking them to use the chat box to share with you their response. And in your delivery, you have also used good pauses so that we can digest the ideas. Distinguished Toastmaster Lai, if I may suggest, maybe you would like to consider the structure of the flow, structure and flow of your speech. There are a lot of good nuggets that I have received. It would be good, very helpful, if you can give us some signposts. What are the big ideas that you want to tell us? For example, you talk about the changes and the evolution of Toastmasters. That's one part. Then you move on to your own story. And finally, what can we do? What's in it for us? So that is a logical flow. It will be good if you can prepare us so that we are anticipating what is coming. Number two, in your conclusion, while you're saying that we should consider sharing our stories, maybe you can share with us what are some platforms that are ready, because you are already creating a lot of networks that will give us an immediate way to do what you think we can be doing. Lastly, in terms of delivery, maybe you can enhance your eye contact, use more balanced hand gesture. I'm sure you have the potential to inspire more people. Distinguished Toastmaster Lai, thank you for sharing with us a topic that is relating to us, very inspiring. Just create the curiosity and tell us where you are going. We are always with you in this pathways journey. With that, back to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Patricia.
Thank you. Let's give a big round of applause to our pair number 4, and certainly Leiting. And I'd like to invite Sanduni now to help to take a photo. Let's have Leiting spotlighted as well. All right, Sanduni.
I am done.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, smile.
Fantastic.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now let's invite our pair number 5 Sean, all the way from Taiwan, and of course, Sunny, who's all the way from Penang. So Sean is attempting his speech, Frozen Planet, evaluation and feedback speech number 2. We will do that for you again, Sean, because we know you love to learn. So with this, Sean, I know you are ready. Sean, Frozen Planet. Frozen Planet, Sean.
What would you do if you face with something in your life that you really don't want to remember? It could be a heartache or a great pain. What would you do? In the year 2299, the Star Wars has been going on for 100 years. I am a pilot. The battles were over and over again. Once, my spaceship was hit and crashed on an unknown planet. When I opened the door and took off my helmet, what a strange sight came into my eyes. The sky is full of pictures and videos. This is just for the girl. I don't know who is. Video rotate her smiling, crying, walking, all of her life moments. All the storm underground. There are so many questions writing on them. Like, when is the girl's birthday? Which dress does she like? What are her good points? Where does she live? The more I walk in, the more I find out. They all feel in everywhere. I sit on a storm. Let it written. Do you like her? I don't know, but I just wait for rescue. Virtually, I remember the girl. I loved her so much before, but we broke up. Now I know all the answers of the question. The questions are not difficult anymore. I realize I have broke everything about her in that planet. This is one of my frozen planets. This is all in my dream. In reality, a tear silently escaped from the corner of my eyes at midnight. Frozen planet, that is my way to lock away unwanted memory. Since I broke them, I can pretend to be cool and indifferent. I always do so. But joining Toastmasters, it has changed me a lot, especially when I participate in the table topic contest this time. I took it as a big exam. So I picked more than 500 questions in the internet, but most of them ask about mental, spiritual, emotional, sensitive questions. For example, what is the saddest thing in your life? What made you cry in your life? Such like that. But for self-training, I have to answer. You know, some of them will touch my frozen planet very deep inside. I can say that it was like asking my soul those questions at me bit by bit, piece by piece. But fortunately, I had passed through. I used a method I learned from preparing for the table topic competition. It can help me to mute, to open, to face those golden planets in my heart. That is, when those situations, I also ask myself, what would you do first time? And give an answer. Second time, what would you do? And give a different answer. Third time, what would you do? And give another answer. Maybe those answers are not the best answer, but it just again to teach me how to face my life. Actually, it always very powerful for me. Thanks for you all. Back to Master of Patricia. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Sean. I'm so happy for you. I know Sunny is actually very excited as well. She's preparing your evaluation. When we are getting ready to listen to Sunny, perhaps we can give. Okay, it looks like Sunny is ready. Sunny, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Pat, and thank you, Sean, once again. I'm so happy to see your return. With so many things that I see, you have improved yourself, Sean. So I can't wait to give me my perspective and my evaluation on you, Sean. So first of all, I would really like to congratulate you, Sean. You have given me a very good impression once again for your second time that I'm seeing you. First off is your emotional expression. So I see you have improved a lot in how you're carrying your emotion through the content of your speech. I can see, I can hear, and can feel you when you talk about your success. There's a smile on your face. When you talk about the dream of your struggle, I can see everything is animated up on your face. So I want to congratulate you on that fact that you are now expressing your emotion through the body language. Well done. And Sean, I also like to congratulate this second point about how you are crafting your speech right now, following a structure that I could follow. It comes into 3 parts about your dream, and you relate back to your Toastmaster journey. And now that you put in your lesson learned at the last part of that, so I can see the flow of your storyline. And that was clear enough for me to follow. Now, the next thing, Sean, I would really like to congratulate you, appreciate how you open up your story, your frozen planet. And you can tell us very vividly how you're opening your eyes. You can see the sky and you see the girl in your dream, and there was a dream. So I like the way that you are describing you and bringing myself into that moment. And you are the captain, you remove your helmet, so you're using your body as well to express that. So all that was a great improvement for you, Sean. I would like to encourage you to do more on this and sustain it even more. Now, on area of improvement, Sean, I would like to suggest as well to work more on your body language. I've seen you making a lot of improvement, but I want you to work on 2 things. If I have the opportunity to see you the 3rd time, one is on your clarity of your vocal. That may be due to the devices that you're wearing. So I had hardly put my attention to focus on your vocal quality and clarity. This is one. Secondly, is about your eyes contact to the camera as well. So I see that you have the moment of you putting your eyes contact, but that is not enough. If I may, it gives an impression of you, Sean, is like reading up something from the side. So I want to see more of your moment like I'm showing you right now to focus on the real time when you are putting, especially when you're expressing your feeling and emotion from the deepest part of your heart. So that is what I want to see more of your eyes. Now it's working more on your eyes. Now, the second part that I could suggest you, Shan, is about the storyline. The storyline is clear, it follows a structure, but I want to hear and clear out what has it been, the learning from you clearly. I know that you have put out the last part where it ties into the second part of the Toastmaster journey. But I want to see a clearer transition from one part to another where it lack of simplicity. So I feel that it's very complex in this 5 to 7 minutes for me to digest all the flow. Plus, you have a lot of intense emotion in that. So if I may, I want to suggest you to diffuse that a little bit. So you make it simpler in terms of that storyline. So Sean, in conclusion, I've seen you improve a lot, especially in your emotional expression. So I want to see more of your eyes, more of your simplicity of clear of your message for us to be able to go along with you more in these 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you, Sean. And back to you, Pat.
Wow, an amazing, amazing pair. Thank you so much, Sean. And of course, Wisam, my sister. Let's take a photo and over to you, Sandini. Quick smile.
Sean and Sunny, 3, 2, 1, smile. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Sean and Sunny, the next pair, of course. Guess who's the next pair? Yes, Harlina and DTM Ricky. And Harlina, today you're very lucky because you're going to be evaluated by Ricky, certainly one of the Toastmasters who made my DTM dream possible. So Harlina is attempting her final speech on her DTM project, and it's an amazing project. Chat with Harlina. And Harlina, whenever you're ready, feel free to unmute yourself. Yes, you are ready. So go ahead, Harlina, your DTM project number 2. Ricky, get ready. And with this, let's welcome Harlina on the virtual screen. Over to you, Harlina.
Thank you to distinguished Toastmaster Pat. Okay, let me share my screen first. I'm going to share you this is actually a screenshot of my YouTube channel. The YouTube is actually, the channel title is Toastmasters Entering the Chat. So you may want to check this channel because this is actually a YouTube channel I created for my DTM project. And I have 7 videos at the moment. This is where actually I invited a few of my friends to share their experience, their journey being a Toastmasters, their highs and lows, and also their motivation. This channel is not only for Toastmasters, but my intention is more to actually attract non-Toastmasters to know more about Toastmasters so that they understand us more. Not only we are doing public speaking, but there's a lot of things that we do as a Toastmasters. So I hope to attract more people into this channel. Okay, let me unshare that. Okay, Toastmasters entering the chat was actually, this idea started in July last year, 2023. Actually, this time was actually when I came back from my Hajj last year. So before that, I brainstormed and got like a lot of ideas what to do for my DTM projects. And but after that, I said, okay, let's just do a YouTube channel. And then when I did this channel, I thought it is just doing an interview and just upload on the YouTube channel. That's it. And when I uploaded my first video back in July 2023, doing a simple interviews with myself as the first one, and then I uploaded on YouTube, and then waited for some feedbacks. And I thought, this is good, okay? I can do this. And that moment I thought that finally now I am a content creator. How nice, right? And I thought this should be easy. I was so wrong. I started to receive feedbacks from my friends that have actually viewed that videos. And then there are some comments, they want me to improvise on some of the animations, some of the introductions, some has even advised me to shorten the videos because it's too long and I have to actually re-upload and do another one, because nowadays the most popular media social is actually TikToks. And how long is the videos? 1 minute, right? But I don't want to go to TikTok because I believe that TikTok will not serve me. It will not be the medium for me to somehow convey what I want to actually convey to the mass. I wanted to have like quite maybe just to gauge some some information that is educate for someone to actually know more about Toastmasters, and 1 minute is not good enough. So this is why I chose YouTube. But then with YouTube, you can't do really half an hour because people attention are pretty sweet very fast. They just want to watch something and and understand right away from it. From these feedbacks from my friends, right? And then this is how I improve on the videos. So the next one I did, I invited my friends, I do another one, and then from then on I actually share it with my friends and gauge their feedbacks based on that. And being a content creator is a lot of work. You need to be the script writer, you need to be the director, you need to be the host. Yeah, I'm the host myself. I interviewed all my friends. And then also you need to be the video editor. There was a lot of work, and at the same time I need to juggle with my work. Last year I was very busy because I need to travel to China because of my workloads and everything. And there was some months that I didn't upload anything, and then I have to still keep pushing myself because I know I have to upload something, because I should not let the one videos to the other videos to be so long. I mean, the duration should not be that long. So I have to make sure that I need to upload something within few weeks. Not even, I need to shorten the time. So those are the challenges I faced last year because of this YouTube channel. And I still remember one time I was in China and trying to think, okay, I need to do one video now this week. And I contacted my friends and I said, can we do one video this week? Because I need to upload something on the YouTube. Though I'm in China, I have like audits and everything going on at the same moment. I need to get this one out because I believe that if you set your minds on something, you can make it work. And this is what I did. So managing my time during that time was tough, but then I still managed to upload videos. Overall, the whole experience of doing this YouTube channel, I faced a lot of challenges because of me being the first time of content creator. It was difficult because I need to learn a lot of things. At the same time, I need to actually make myself soften to all the feedbacks. No matter how negative the feedback is, I have to like just take it and and ensure that most of the people are, I mean, the most important thing is the guests that I have actually invited. They have to be the one that each time before I actually upload it on YouTube, I need to ask for their consent, and I have to actually say, ask them whether this is okay to be uploaded. Or only when they actually given me a yes, only then I will just upload it on YouTube. Unless they're saying yes, I would upload it on YouTube. So those are the things I really need to juggle. And then about the last thing about doing the YouTube channel is managing my time. No matter how difficult it is, I still make it a point to actually at least upload a video in once a month, so that it keeps the interest of the people that actually watch it going. So that at the moment, this channel still, there is no stop on it. I'm still working on it, and I have actually some people have actually requested them to be on this channel. So I hope to invite more people. But at the same time, this is not actually the stop of the videos. It's just that because this is actually the stop of my TTM project, but still this is ongoing. I believe that I will keep this channel going for maybe perhaps the next 6 months. But I'm not gonna end this project here. Yeah. So overall, I hope that all of you will tune in on this channel and please give me feedback. I'm waiting for that. Thank you. Over to you, Ben.
I'm excited and I'm jealous about you because finally you got your YouTube channel. Mine is still nowhere to be found. Okay, great. I guess Ricky is ready to evaluate as well. So Ricky, whenever you're ready, feel free to unmute yourself. And thanks again so much, Helena. Thank you. Over to you, Ricky.
All right, each project has its own parameters, impact, and learning. Thank you, Helena, for sharing about your project. These are what I have learned about your project. What it is a YouTube channel. When it got started, why you wanted to have this project, who you wanted to become a content creator, which channel you choose, why YouTube over TikTok, how you develop the channels, the challenges you faced while you were working even in China, and about the negative feedback, and the hope you are having on this project in inviting even more people to your channel. So these are the things I have learned about your project, and I feel like it is a good introduction for those of us who want to do the same thing, to start the same DTM project, to learn what it involves to get started. Now, I think what you could learn from sharing about your project is this. Number one, how you can pack more content into limited time given to you. So you could think of certain content that might not be very necessary in delivering your speech. For example, you talk about you didn't know what projects to choose at the beginning. You could have saved that sentences. You took half a minute to introduce your YouTube channel. You could have just showed it and say, Ladang, this is my channel. It has got 7 videos, and what you can get out of this, make it a little dramatic. And maybe comparison of YouTube versus TikTok might not be necessary. So I would feel that you can focus more on what I'm going to talk about next. That is the parameters, impact, and learning. Parameters, I think you have shared about the scope of your project. Okay, that is well done. Perhaps you can share more about the impact and the learning as well. How your channel has impacted some people. You wanted to bring friends to Toastmasters and maybe share 1 or 2 positive feedback, or even 1 or 2 people you have managed to persuade to get them over to Toastmasters. And then about the learning, that is your own learning out of this project. Yes, you have shared how you have tackled certain challenges, and maybe you can make it even more universal lessons for the rest of us on how we could do the same while we are working very busy, how we can manage our time doing this project. Last but not least, I wish you can consider how this project can fit into your DTM project as a cornerstone project for you to showcase your leadership and communication skills. Because as a content writer, I feel, yes, you will get involved in a lot of speaking. And how about leadership? Maybe you can elaborate more on this. So I feel this project, as well as your speech, is still a work in progress. I have shared what I have learned from your speech, as well as given my ideas as your feedback. So with this, I wish all the best to you, Helena, and your wonderful project. Back to you.
Wow.
Thank you, Ricky.
Yeah, Helena, so get ready to invite Vicky as one of your guest speakers as well. I hope in the future, right? Okay, great. Let's quickly take a group photo for Helena and Vicky.
Selena and Ricky, 3, 2, 1, smile.
Excellent. Now we are going to invite our 7th pair, of course, Vicky and Ajay, all the way from India. Vicky is from Singapore. We are very excited for you. So, Vicky, whenever you're ready, feel free to unmute yourself and quickly do a mic test.
Can you all hear me clearly?
Okay,
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes. How about the rest of you? Okay.
Yep, we can hear.
Yes, great. So he is attempting a project from strategic relationship, make connections through networking. So Ajay is the perfect candidate because he hails from 3 districts, even though he's Indian. So we're very excited. So Vicky, I know you're ready. Let's invite Vicky already on the virtual screen. Vicky, learn to have fun. Learn to have fun.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Oh, there's so much of people that I see here. That is so much of fun. Wake up. You're already late. You still want to sleep some more? Oh, I thought I was at the networking session. I'm not. I have not reached there yet. I guess I'm too excited. Oh no. How about all of you? Have you been to a networking session before? And what do you feel about it? Maybe you can just type in into the chat group to tell me if you have been to a networking session, yes or no. And what are your feelings when you are at a networking session? Do you feel very nervous, very, silent? You don't want to go near anybody. You feel so like, I think I better not talk to anyone. This feels so uneasy. This feels so difficult. But let me share with you that networking is one of the best things that ever happened in my life. And definitely, there's so many key takeaways that I've actually got from this networking session. And some of them here were also part of this networking session that we had during the pandemic time. And do you know what is that session? It is actually our Project 10. We did networking to 10 different 100 over clubs in 10 different districts or countries. And it was really very exciting because every single club that you go to, you do not know anyone there. You are new to them and they are new to you too. And you'll be wondering, will I fit in? Do you think their culture can take what I am? Or will it be difficult to understand how they speak? Imagine that time we could actually attend a Russian club. Now, of course, a lot of people stay away from Russia. But at that point of time, we could attend a Russian club. And at that time, how would you feel? Would you understand their language? Will we have difficulties in picking up? But there was so much of things to actually discuss and talk about. That project that was run by distinguished Toastmaster Albert, it was really close to the heart. There were so many things that we took away. There were so many learnings, so many people. Each club actually has its own culture. And one thing that I've learned from this is no matter which club you go to, you have to learn to have fun. Although Toastmasters, it is a very structured kind of format for us to carry out our daily or monthly meetings, but always put in the fun element. Without learning to have fun, what is there to learn? You feel so dull, you will not feel motivated, and you will not be pushed to even learn more. So let me share a few countries that I actually went online with to do networking with them. So I had a networking session with I was invited to a Thailand club, but I'm not the speaker in the club, but I was invited because I was part of the Project 10 member. So the people of Thailand, just like how they are, very warm, very nice, friendly, and they constantly actually welcome you for their online meetings. Every single time they have a meeting, they invited me. They sent me a request, do you want to come over? I even went to a few clubs in India. India is so big. They have so many different districts and, areas. They are being, divided, right? So there are different people with different culture. There was even this crazy guy. I think I invited him to my corporate club in Singapore. He was so crazy that he wanted to finish all his 11 pathways in just less than 300 days. He was like, I want to go for it. And every single day, he was giving 2 to 3 speeches in all different clubs. That's how I got to know such people do exist, those people who really go on, speaking everywhere. And we also got to know people from US. That's where it benefited us. Where we always at Ardents, we have the joint meetings. We are able to cross culture and get to know more people and even understand how each district or each club works in different countries. Not every club is the same. We even went to a Nigerian club. Oh, their format and their way of actually expressing themselves is totally different. And they seem to have so much of fun in their meeting. I think some of us attended there and we were really truly amazed by the way they actually carry out their meetings. It was fun, the speech, even their content, and how they drew their grammarian, how they carry out their table topics, were all totally awesome and different throughout all these different clubs. So what's the most important part that I took away from networking and connecting with others? I get to know more about Toastmasters and how it works in different areas and different districts and different countries. The culture of other people's country and how they actually mingle, it makes a difference because some of the other clubs in other countries, they could be quite rigid. Not everybody is as friendly, but ultimately, most of the clubs that I have attended or I went across during the clubbing season of our Project 10, I think they were all very awesome and they were all very friendly. We have received very good feedback and they do remember us that we still do connect with them from time to time. But it's just that now everything else is back to normal. Networking needs to make a little more effort. We need to meet up with people a bit more. It's not just about online, but everything else is still possible as long as you make the effort to get what you want and know what you want to do. So let's just keep having fun and keep networking with our Toastmasters all over the world. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Wow, what a great reminder! Learn to have fun, especially through the virtual Zoom meeting. That's my favorite, certainly. All right, let's see. AJ is still busy writing, busy. AJ, whenever you're ready, feel free to unmute yourself. Yay, I see on the screen and he is ready. Let's welcome Ajay, our Division Director from Founders District, to offer your evaluation. Take it away, Ajay.
Thank you, Patricia. I hope I am audible. Yeah, okay. Hi, Vigneshwari, Vicky. Nice speech on learning to have fun. So making connections through networking. You started your speech with some kind of actions. I thought that I lost your audio and I was checking your audio signal there, but it was fine. And I learned that it was an acting of as if you are sleeping and you are dreaming about something about networking and someone wake you up, and then realized that okay, this is an action, not in technical issue or the such kind of a thing. And you spoke about networking, the benefits of networking and how networking helps people. You spoke all about things very well. And as part of the networking, you spoke about Russian and you brought the Russian word into your speech. So to let you know that I'm a member from a Russian club, Moscow Free Speakers Club, because I'm very passionate about Russian language. Nothing connection with the Russia and Ukraine conflict, but I'm very passionate about Russian, so that's the reason I joined. And when you spoke about Russian people and Russian connectivity, I can easily connect to your speech. And you spoke about your own story, how networking helped you to meet more and more people, visit so many clubs across the world, and especially the Thailand club wherein you had a great networking part. I can see that speech is well organized, and uh, as per the evaluation form, the speech should not be a report. That means your speech is a proper speech, it's not a report kind of a thing. It's very well organized, and you added the values of networking as well. So these are the things which I like from your speech. Moving on to the next or the other side of the coin, there is only one thing I would like to recommend. Like if you apart from getting to know about more and more people there and visiting clubs, if you could highlight, if you could mention how networking helped you personally or professionally, what it brought it brought value to your life or to your career, it would be kind of an inspiration to the audience or inspiration to me, so that I can also work upon networking part. See, if until unless nothing is beneficial, no one will act, right? So if Toastmasters is not beneficial, no one will join. So if it is helping it, then they will join. So in the same way, people will focus on networking if you could mention the value it had given to you. So apart from this, your speech is awesome, and if you could incorporate my recommendations, your speech will move to the next level. That's all about your speech, and all the best for your future speech projects. Thank you, and over to you, Patricia.
Wow, thank you so much, Ajay. So now photo time, so tell me a big round of applause to Vicky and Ajay for the fantastic pair. Singapore plus India plus Russia plus Founders District plus Malaysia, of course. All right, Sanduni.
Yeah, we can, Ajay. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you.
Yay! Now I'm excited because we have our next pair, who is Suisin and also Kenny. Kenny is the recent Division P evaluation champion, and Suisin right now is the VP of Advanced, and she also is very passionate about delivering her speech. She's attempting a new path, visionary communication. Okay, she already spotlighted already. Great. So you can be a little, oh, she's gonna stand, no wonder. Okay, so Suisin, I know you are ready. Your speech title, Follow the Compass of Your Soul. Follow the compass of your soul. Suisin.
My dear fellow Toastmasters and all the guests here, now I will show you 3 pictures. Kindly have a look. This is the first picture. And this is the second picture. And this is the third picture. So can you please in the chat box, number 1 or 2 or 3, which is your favorite one? Can you please choose? Number 3 from Falik, yes. Number 3, 3, wow. 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, wow. Thank you so much. 3 again. Thank you. This is the logo for my organization, Journey to Victory, Public Speaking and English. Yes. My previous logo was not professional and was not look good. So I thought there is something neat that I need to change. And some of the people also say in my logo, it was like the arrow is down. That's why I need to change it. So 2 weeks ago, I talked to a designer and I was discussing about my logo. And he showed me these 3 options. By seeing that, I chose number 1 option. I could feel that like number 1 is more specific, accurate, and it is little aligned with what I want. I thought number 2 and number 3, number 2 is like a little bit fancy and doesn't align, something like this. And I was keep thinking about that. And 2 days later, I made a call to the designer. Hello, Ro. Yes, I've chosen the logo. Oh, how's it, Shreezy? Do you like it? Yeah. Which do you prefer, Shreezy? I think option 1. Yes. In our call for 2 hours, we were discussing about that logo, and I chose option 1. But after a couple of minutes later, he advised me to choose option 2. Do you know what did I do? Yes, I chose option 2 according to what his advice. We were talking about the option 2 around for 1 hour. And we decided to choose option 2. after 2 days later, he showed me 4 pictures of option 2. Oh my gosh, I think this option 2 is too fancy. It doesn't align with public speaking, like the journey has to be happy and victory has to be, blue color, the victorious color. What should I do? What should I do, everyone? I think it doesn't align with what I want. Should I go back to option 1? But I was too afraid to say, to change back. But my heart and my saying was whispering me to choose option 1. What will you do in my place, my dear fellow Toastmasters? Will you go with option 1 or will you go with option 2? At the time, one of the consultants told me, Shuixin, you're going to make the decision. So it's important, your logo. You need to use the whole lifetime for your organization. So take at least 2 days to think about it before you make the decision or before you choose something. So yes, I took for 2 days and continuously thinking what I really want. I'm going to change to option 1 back. Whatever, I had to take the courage and tell him. So I took for 2 days and decided to go back with option 1. And I told him what I want. So after I told everything about what I want, he showed me this result finally. The J, number 2 is 2. And here, the up arrow is victory sign. And you can see the yellow one, which is the speech sign plus microphone. And I feel better. I feel satisfied when I see this logo. It is much, much better than before. And I could feel like, wow, this is what my heart wants. This is more professional and aligned with the competency of the organization. And I feel so good. So, my dear fellow Toastmasters, before you make something important decision or before you choose something which is really important for your life or for your organization or for your people, of course, I believe we should take some time. We should take a couple of days before we make the decision. And of course, we know our best the best. We know ourselves the best. Our heart knows what they want. Our body knows what they need. There may be something little whispering you in your heart, from your heart to you. So what we have to do is, if you believe and trust yourself, take a couple of days before you make a decision and before you choose something. And of course, trust the compass of your soul. Follow the compass of your soul. It will lead you to a better life. It will lead you to a better result and better version of you. So just follow of the compass of your soul. Back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, what a speech. Follow the compass of my soul. Certainly a message I need to listen right now. I'm curious, of course, to have our Kenny to offer his evaluation on Shuixin. Yes, he's laughing right now because I'm challenging him. In fact, Kenny's evaluation will be evaluated by also our past district champion, distinguished Toastmaster Sri Nivas. So later on, Sri Nivas will be evaluating Kenny's speech based on the evaluation judging criteria. So it's all about performance, Kenny, and you know what you have to do right now to make it complete, and everything is done within the 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And with this, over to you, Kenny.
Steve Ryan once said, "Let your heart be your compass and your soul be your guide." So today, we have heard an influential speaker, Toastmaster Shuixin, sharing her journey to find the perfect logo for the organization. Wow, what an interesting story. In fact, when I saw your title, I totally did not expect that you're going to talk about a logo. I thought you were going to talk about finding your direction in life. So thank you for sharing your story. Now, I identified 3 wonderful moments from your speech. Firstly, I really love how engaging you were with the audience. Right from the beginning, your eye contact was directly at the web camera. So thus, it really looked as if you're looking directly at us and connecting with us on a personal one-to-one level. And you started off your speech with a hook. You showed 3 pictures, and then you also asked the audience a question in the chat box and waited for the audience to respond to you. You also had dialogue and role play. This gave you the chance to have vocal variety and humor. And you also asked, do you prefer option 1 or option 2? Secondly, I love your expressions. Now, you really showcase the variety of expressions primarily through your facial and your hand gestures. And it really painted vivid imageries of the verbal message that you are conveying. So, for example, when you were using the phone, when you say, oh my God, when you said continuously thinking. So it really made me imagine and visualize what you're doing right there better. Now, thirdly, I think that what I really liked is that you had a very clear conversational tone, and it felt very natural, and it's as if that you're talking to me as a friend over a dinner table, and it was not over the top. Your pacing, you also had ample pauses to allow the audience to digest what you had to say. And there were certain parts that you actually lowered down your tones, softer tones to draw the audience in to listen to what you have to say. Now, this speech is near perfect. In fact, I have only 2 very minor areas that you may wish to consider. Now, firstly, because I really like your virtual setup. Now, you actually stood up and you looked directly at your camera. This is wonderful, but perhaps because you have this kind of space, you can actually move around as if you're in a physical meeting. So you can perhaps stand at one point, one position to illustrate one point, another position to illustrate a different point, and so forth. Then, therefore, it allows the audience to follow the transitions and the of your different points better. Now, secondly, I think your take-home message is great, and you actually made us think about the take-home message, but perhaps you may wish to reiterate the follow the compass to your soul a few times throughout the entire speech. At appropriate times, you may wish to repeat 2 to 3 times throughout the entire speech so that it becomes very memorable. So my intention is that it has to be memorable and impactful. And the other thing is that perhaps you may wish to, elaborate, which segment of the audience are you catering your speech for? Is it for the younger audience, the middle-aged people, or perhaps the elderly people? How do these people actually apply this into their lives? So let me summarize all my points. Now, you excel in terms of your engagement, your expressions, and your clear conversational tone. Work on your staging and perhaps strengthen your take-home message in terms of application and actionable steps for the audience. Your speech will be even better. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Patricia.
Thank you so much to our evaluator, Kenny. This is a little different. Instead of taking the photo right now, we would actually like to offer Sri the opportunity to certainly offer his feedback as a judge, because he's been very, very experienced in the judging industry, so-called, and it's gone beyond like district level, which I wish I can play a part in that. So with this, we shall invite Srinivas. Then after that, we'll take the photo of the trio together. Sri, over to you.
Choosing. Sorry.
Photo or evaluation?
Evaluation now. Photo the 3 of you later. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. Thank you so much. Hi, Kenny. Let me straight jump to my evaluation. All right. Let me start with the first one, analytic quality. I think you did very well analysis here, which I will score you above medium. Why? You talked about 3 important things. You talk about engaging, expressions, and tone. Undertone, you covered most of the important things. But however, what I felt was lacking in analytical quality is that you took a lot more time needed. You took about 90 seconds just to cover the first section of Toastmasters of judging criteria. Because what that affected is that affected your recommendations. Your recommendation was virtual setup, move around. Now, this person was actually using and clicking and sharing screen and all. I would suggest you to tell her, get somebody to share the screen. I would suggest you to tell her, get a clicker to do that. That because that particular thing is good on physical, but not the best recommendation in this particular setup, because that would have killed her time and her movement if she has done that. Second thing, your take-home message, I felt you mentioned about she was repeating and all those things, but maybe one of the good recommendations, how can she build up the take-home message? How she can have transitions to build the take-home message so it becomes stronger and stronger, not just repeated and mentioned again and again. That doesn't make the speech stronger. Third thing, you mentioned about elaborate what kind of audience, but there was no recommendation on what can she do about it. How can she find out? Should she tell that this is the audience she's going for? Should she mention? Should she ask? Should she have poll? What she can do in less than maybe 10 seconds to gauge the audience here, or tell people about the audience she's targeting in her logo as an organization. So I felt that was not very specific. And so that what affected. Now your technique was very cool and calm, which is good. That's where you win the most, because you're cool and calm and encouraging, soft tone. It was nicely done and you were very pleasant. Your opening was so nice to feel the person good, and person smiled as you were giving speeches. So in technique, you score very well. Summation is one thing I felt badly affected because you started after red. So you literally were rushing to summarize the whole thing, and you could just throw 4 points, which means that you were not relaxed as you can summarize it. You were not the way you were in first minute or first 90 seconds when you were summarizing towards the end, when you talked about staging, wrapping, connecting point. I felt that you could have spent a little bit less time in the beginning when you're building up the part and get more detailed, get more direct, or get more practical, realistic when it comes to recommendation. Technique, you did great, but when it comes to summation, you should have had at least a little bit more time so you could do without getting worried, which I'm doing now, taking my own time to do, because I know that will be the whole thing. So good skills, better recommendations, make more time for summation. Back to you, Patricia.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Yeah, I
Okay,
can
thank you.
see Kenny's nodding. I'm nodding as well. Thank you so much, Sri, for offering your very, very insightful evaluation. We all learn from him now, okay? That's why he's one of the most popular chief judge whenever he wasn't competing. But now that he's competing, yes, he just got the crown Division C evaluation champion. You never know, District 102, who is the next evaluation champion? All right, let's get Sri to be spotlighted as well. And certainly with Kenny and Sri, Sanduni, you're ready to rock and roll with the photo. Sanduni, go ahead. Let's have Sri to the spotlight, yes.
Okay, Kenny, Srinivas, and Shri. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, thank you so much. Wow, now I'm excited because my sister from another mom, who is none other than Mariana, has been with us since the beginning until now. Her screen is on all the time, and that's what I learned about her. She's a super passionate wellness coach, and to evaluate her, of course, is my sister from another mom as well, Sharmini, a Malaysian. Because of love, she went over to India. So with this, over to you, Mariana, the power of water, the power of water.
What do you think? What is the most important nutrition that we all have to consume every day? Anyone? You can put it in a chat. What is the most important nutrition we all need? And if you guessed water, yes, H2O, then you are correct. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. A few years ago, I was having a cup of tea with acquaintances of mine. And as we were enjoying our tea, she was telling me her story. She was recalling her migraine headaches that she had horrible migraine headaches once or twice a week, week after week. And of course, she went to her doctor and asked what should she do. And they did all kind of tests. And they came up with, well, there is nothing wrong with you. So here is this pill. Take it and get used to it. As I was listening to her, I looked at her and asked, tell me, how much water do you drink? She looked at me and said, well, I have at least 2 cups of tea every day, and I always have my water bottle with me. And usually by the evening, I finish it up. I looked at her, wondering, well, that means you drinking about 1 liter, about 4 cups worth of water. And dear friend, it is not enough. It's not enough 4 cups of water for a whole day for anyone, unless you're a small child. We should drink more. And how much is more? Now, the rule of thumb is that you should have about 8 to 10 cups of water every day. And there is this arguments that do we need that much water? No, we don't need that much water. But why do we drink and how much should we drink? And let's go through about that. Why do we need water? Because we are losing water every minute of the day. And our body is 65 to 75% of water. And if we are losing water, we have to replace it. And how much we are losing? Well, we are in general, we are losing 1.5 liter. It's about 6 cups through urine because we all have to pee. And what else we are doing that we are losing with? We are sweating. We are losing half a liter, 2 cups worth of water through our skin. And we are also losing water through stool and breathing. As we speak, we are losing water. And if you add it up, this is about 10 cups of water. And if you don't replace it, then sooner or later, you will get in trouble. And why is that? Some people say, if I don't drink, I don't have to pee. So I pee less, I need less water, and I still imbalance. That might be sounds logical, but what about your kidney? Because we're drinking water and our kidney working hard to keep us healthy. And our kidney circulates our blood throughout the day, day after day. And it does 3 things for us. First of all, it filtrates all our blood. Then it reabsorbs all the nutrients from our blood. And then gets rid of the waste through our urine. Now, what happens if we don't drink enough water? Our body still circulates the blood, and about 20-25 times a day. It does that. But imagine if you have to clean up your teacup with yesterday's water. Would you like to drink a cup of tea after that? And that's the same. If we are not drinking water, we're not giving fresh water to our system, our kidney has to circulate the same used dirty water. And you will notice it. Yes, you might pee less, but that pee smells bad. It looks dark. you can see that something is definitely off. And that is important. So how much you should drink? 10 to 12 cups of water a day. Now, if you are exercising more or it's really hot, you might need more. And just to back to my friend, she listened to me and she started drinking more water. And guess what? Her migraine headaches from once or twice a week went down to once or twice a year. What a huge change is that? And all because she started drinking more water. Dear friends, water is important. So please always keep it handy and drink up. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, thank you so much. I certainly learned a lot about water. And of course, to do justice, I'm so excited to invite Shamini to offer your evaluation to Mariana. Over to you, Shamini.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Pat. Mariana, what a topic. Water is something I resonate with. And coincidentally, we are having a water crisis in Bangalore, where I'm living in right now. So it really hits me hard, or people around here hard. Yes, water. What I liked about your speech is the first thing is the opening, where you asked a question, about you started with the question which you engaged the audience with. So that was a good opening. I also like that you stood to the side and then you had the PowerPoint on your right, which helped because it balanced out the stage. I was wondering why you were going towards the side until I saw that the PowerPoint presentation started there. So that was really well done. I also liked your pacing because you spoke slowly and you spoke with so much clarity that there wasn't any doubt and we didn't need to process what you were saying. It was all very clear, both the PowerPoint presentation the slide presentation also enhanced what you were saying. So that was really good. And I like the prop that you used, the cup, and I believe you used it twice, especially the second time when you said, would you like to drink a cup which was dirty, which that really brought in your point about when there's not enough filtration by the kidney and what would happen if you didn't drink enough water. So those were very, very good points that you brought out. Now, and what wonderful thing was this beginning and the ending, you had the story where you concluded bringing back that story towards the end, where you had a callback of that story and ending with, oh, what happened to your friend? She got better after drinking water. So that was a really, really solid, conclusive evidence that what you're speaking of really works. Now, what I would suggest, you did well with the visuals and with the clarity of your audio, which you asked me also to look into. What was the purpose? This was a speech with a purpose. Did you have a purpose? Yeah. You wanted to give us information about the benefits or the power of water. And the specific purpose perhaps was more persuasive, that we accept that we needed to drink more water. Now, since this was slightly with the tone of being a persuasive speech, I would have expected you to have some elements of credibility in this particular speech, with starting with, why should we listen to you about drinking water? So I think you could have put a few, you could have quoted perhaps some medical references where you got those statistics. We just can't accept them. And where you got the statistics, so that to actually help us believe, or either that, or if you were a doctor, I would believe you. Yeah, but either that, or you give some references that adds credibility to your speech, so that it really hit us that it's so important. Overall, I think you did a very wonderful, slow, easy pacing. It also got me thinking that I'm not drinking enough water, and that really helped. So did your speech do a good job? I think it did. Just add on a little bit about credibility in the speech, and I think you'll persuade all of us that we need to drink more water. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Shamini, for the very, very insightful evaluation. Now it's our honor to spotlight both Mariana and Shamini. And of course, let's give them a big round of applause for the fantastic speech and evaluation. Over to you, Sanduni.
Michelle and Mariana, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Amazing, amazing. Time flies. I know it has overrun. So we really honor you to support all of our speakers. Oops, yes, I shouldn't have unmute myself. Okay, great. So now it's my honor to invite our very last pair, none other than BK. BK, I know you are very excited. I'm excited as well. What is the path that you are completing?
I'm completing the innovative planning. In fact, I've completed it. It's just a reflection of the pathways that
Yes.
yeah. And I'm completing that one.
Congratulations,
Yes.
BK. I have got Cienlia. Cienlia is all the way from Dubai. She's actually not in Dubai, but somewhere around Dubai. And she has actually won division level. She was also champion as well. We are so honored to have you, Cienlia. And with this, BK, are you ready? Yes, I know,
Yes,
BK, you're
I am
ready.
ready.
Okay, great. BK, pathways reflection. Pathways reflection, BK.
Have you ever thought of ever completing a pathway or a path to be exact? I never thought of it when I selected my first pathways, which is innovative planning. Heck, I don't know what is it. Because I started off as an old Toastmasters from the previous curriculum, which is basically a 2-track system, which has competency communicator as well as competency leadership as well. But I never thought that basically right after the revamp in the whole curriculum, right, I thought that I would be picking up innovative planning. And it sounds really boring. How many agree with you that innovative planning, the name is very dry. It's very boring, unlike like dynamic leadership or getting humorous speech itself or being humorous, right? Innovative planning, is it more towards planning or is it being innovative? Which of which I'm going through? And as I started my journey with innovative planning, I begin to realize that, oh, it's no difference than any other path, with the exception of the elective side of it. And the elective side of it, right, allows me to grow something that I'm getting fonder about pathways. And how innovative planning has changed me personally, right? Because back then, in my old days, right, I only thought that in order to become a good communicator, you just have to go one stream, that is competent communicator. And if you want to take on leadership role, that is only competent leadership. Now, basically, it's a very long process, and there is a wisdom in maturity if you go through this 2-stream process. But when I got into innovative planning, that's why I started to realize that things may not be differentiating between communication and leadership. It can be combined together. So number one, what I found out about innovative planning is that you need to plan, you need to come up with something of a creative in terms of your elective, but more importantly is able to articulate your innovation and your plans. Because if we never communicate, and if we keep everything to ourselves about innovative planning, what I do learn that nobody knows what you're doing, right? It's like basically I'm like a mouse who's strolling along, a mouse who's like strolling along. We have no purpose unless being guided by somebody who points and clips me to a right direction. So innovative planning has grown into me because it's kind of like struck into a more structured way of how to plan for my speeches, to turn the twist in terms of my speeches, and how it has changed me into a more organized person. Number two, innovative planning has allowed me to be more confident as well and taking on more different kind of projects. For example, there's one project about doing about podcasts or doing about a mediate or a forum, right? So I have the opportunity to go into a certain radio airwave called BFM. I'm sure the local people quite accustomed to it. And basically, I managed to apply what I've learned in innovative planning to portray my voice, even though it's only an airwave radio, but basically is that through my voice, right, they understand what I'm trying to articulate instead of mumbling behind myself. So innovative planning, or the path itself, right, has allowed me to build up my self-confidence, to be able to plan whatever the questions that the DJ or the moderator is going to portray to me, right? So basically is that's what I learned. And last but not least, that innovative planning allows me to expand my horizon in terms of my project basis. So I'm happy to do a interview, a radio interview, a podcast, which you can find me on BFM 89.9 podcast also. So basically, if you want to listen to my voice, and also I have the opportunity to go on stage too, to become a panel speaker or a panelist in a session. So that's how innovative planning has changed my life. What I feel that basically going through this journey, all in all, it has built me self-resiliency in terms of able to speak confidently. And number two is able to plan and organize my speech. I do hope that innovative planning going forward, that there are areas that maybe the curriculum itself could be expanded and the project could be broader to encompass basically you have to do a project whereby you are being trying to convince as a politician, right? Or trying to persuade people to buy certain products, and how your persuasive influence is, right? So basically, that's where Pathways has managed to streamline and continuously being innovate in a way that to accommodate our current lifestyle. All in all, I would be thankful to innovative planning for allowing me to expand my broader horizon, to look into different curriculums and expanding myself into different projects. Over to you. Thank you, Toastmasters of today.
Wow. Big round of applause to BK. You certainly reminded me my lessons learned when I complete my innovative planning, which is one of the projects or the path that I didn't find too interesting, but hey, there you go, right? Whether interesting or not interesting, it's really up to us to make the most of it. And I'm excited, certainly, to invite Celia to offer your evaluation on BK's speech, Pathways Reflection. Over to you, Celia.
Just give me a moment. I will be with you shortly. Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to make notes and it fell off here. So just give me a moment.
Yes.
I will tell you when I'm ready. Just give me a short moment.
Certainly. Now,
because I was
to
like
keep
making notes
going.
in my phone.
No, take your time. Take your time, Celia.
You know when technology lets you down and like the battery died. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've got some of my notes here. Okay. Phone is back. Phone is back on. Thank you very much. Okay. Let me just pin the timer. And
You have a lot of cliffhanger here, there, Celia.
There we go.
You're leaving me a lot of cliffhanger here.
That's amazing. Okay. Okay. So I've got some of my notes because the phone died. Okay, so let me be professional. How's that for distance? Okay. Ooh, let me just do it over here. Okay, that's going to be better. I apologize for this. Okay, timer, I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed Toastmasters, and especially Ben Kwan, I want to begin to congratulate you for successfully completing your path, innovative planning. I also had innovative planning, and I had to go and look in my archives, and I completed the path in June 2021. So I know what you were talking about. I've been there, I've done that. Ben Kwan, your journey through this path has undoubtedly been transformative. And your reflection today has shed some light on the growth and the evolution that you have experienced along the way. Now, Ben Kwan, you've articulated your journey through innovative planning with sincerity and clarity, allowing us a glimpse into the profound impact it has had on your communication as a leader. As an evaluator, I must commend you on your candidness in sharing your initial skepticism about selecting this path. I'm with you, I felt the same. Your honesty resonated with me, and I'm sure with many in this group here today, that might have had similar doubts. And I think it's positive for us as Toastmasters to share that we have doubts. However, your journey has proven otherwise. You've highlighted how this path has not only enhanced your speaking skills, but also your ability to craft engaging and creative speeches. Your analog of feeling like a mouse aimlessly scrolling until guided by the principles of planning absolutely resonated with me deeply. It illustrated the profound shift in mindset from simply delivering a speech to strategically planning and executing them with purpose. Now, moreover, your reflection on how innovative planning has boosted your confidence, that is inspiring. It's evident that, with this path has empowered you to step outside of your comfort zone. And I think that's what Toastmasters is really about. And your newfound confidence shines through your speeches that you do today. And that's a testament of the growth that you've achieved. And with every evaluation, there's always paths for improvement. So while your speech was heartfelt and insightful, there were moments where clarity could have been enhanced. Some transitioning between points felt a bit abrupt, and a smoother flow would have further elevated your message. Additionally, paying attention to pacing and enunciation would enhance overall delivery, ensuring every word resonates with the audience. Looking ahead, Ben Kwan, your hope for the expansion of the curriculum is valid. As Toastmasters, we're continually seeking ways to innovate our involvement, and your suggestions for broader projects, options really resonated with us. With that, a great speech. Thank you for this opportunity, and back over to you, Patricia and Key.
Wow, I can see Ben Kwan smiling from east to west. Let's give Ben Kwan and of course Nia a big round of applause. While two of them are being spotlighted, we shall now pass the control over to Sanduni. Sanduni, let's take a great photo of them, Ben Kwan and Nia.
Okay, Nia, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So seriously, I'm so honored to serve all of you together with our team in this Speakathon. This marks the end of the Speakathon. We won't hold you any longer, but to make justice, I need to highlight one of our timers who is so diligent working for everyone. Patsy, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, our photographer, Sanduni. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all of us, I want to also highlight some of the guests who joined us. Certainly our AD Betty from P5. Hi, Betty. And of course, our Division P director, who is also our member of Advanced ArdentSpeakers. Hi, Hui Ying. And certainly, we want to also highlight our District 102 PQD, Hui Chin. Thank you so much for staying back and also attending our entire session. Thank you so much. And of course, Qian Fai. Yes, Qian Fai is our recent, very young baby, but he has won speech already. Okay, he won quite a lot of speech contests already, so watch out for him. And of course, there are so many other guests who are here. I can't see on my screen right now, but it's so honored. Certainly Lucky, who is always been here. In fact, our pillar of the entire District 51, I can be very, very sure. He's the strong pillar behind. Because of all this, we're going to take a final photo of everybody. Then we'll dismiss, wish you all the best. Have a great sleep. Good. Tomorrow is a holiday for some of us. So let's take another great photo. Still very much excited, even though the time now in Malaysia is very close to ding dong, Cinderella's time. Okay, Sanduni, take it away on our count. Everyone excited because we learned so much from everyone.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, smile.